It is 14:55 in the afternoon, and I have reached my hiding zone just in time. This is the most body fluid I have ever lost in 30 minutes, but I made it, and I think I might have found the optimal spot. At least, if I can find a good way to hide this monstrosity.
Welcome to our game of hide and seek across Copenhagen, the transit game invented by Jetlag the Game here on YouTube. I am Asger, and my goal as the hider of this round is to hide at this transit station for as long as possible. My opponents, Jasper and Simon, have both had a go at hiding before me. Check their channels to see how their runs went. Now, as the seekers, they need to work together and find me to defend their spots on the podium. To find me, they'll be asking me questions from the question menu. In return for answering them, I will get to draw cards from the hider deck to help me extend my time. Will I be able to beat the high scores set by my opponents? Let's see.
Whew. Yep, this is it. I understand that it looks quite recognizable, perhaps especially to Simon, who has lived in this city. But there are no questions in this small game mode that force me to send an image of this massive marble church behind me. So this is just gonna look like somewhere in the center of town. I actually see a building over here that looks so modern, they might even think I'm somewhere in the outskirts. Fingers crossed.
So basically my thought is, we are down here, and he can only really go two ways. He can head into the city, or he can head up to København Syd, and then transfer to go somewhere where we've already roughly been. So I'm thinking there's about 1 kilometer from where we are to København Syd. So if we ask a thermometer, we started here before getting on, and we take it one stop to København Syd, we should make a pretty clean line, roughly like this. That would basically tell us, did he go towards like the inner town and like very central Copenhagen, or did he head out the way we already have kind of been today?
Right, I like that idea.
Yeah.
And then in combination with this cut, we could also maybe, as we make our way toward the city center, do a coastline. Are you closer or further? And then that could cut it like this, so we could catch him maybe in one of these two quadrants.
Yeah, that'd be good. So I think that should be our opening move, and then we can't really plan more. That's going to depend a lot on where he is afterwards.
If these guys have learned anything from our previous rounds, I think it is that an image of a building as seen from the entrance to the station is invaluable. So they'll probably ask for that as like the first or second thing, which means it's good that I'm prepared. Right now, I guess I should shuffle the cards.
So we just noticed there's an inflatable horse show over here now. Right, so our plan is to start a thermometer once we get up to the metro station, and then we're gonna go one stop to København Syd, and then hopefully, we'll find out which direction to go, basically.
Yep.
So that's the plan for now.
I'm going to miss this place.
Yeah, it's really cool. We're just about to approach the station now, and then we are gonna start the thermometer.
Okay, things are happening. The boys have started a thermometer. That's the first one we've seen this game. I'm guessing they're probably traveling west towards the Copenhagen South station in order to figure out if I'm hiding in the same western suburbs where we've been before, or perhaps somewhere on the island of Amager or the center of town. I think if that's what they're doing, then I'm getting a good deal here, because I think hopefully that'll force me to eliminate the area with fewer possible stops, leaving them with more possible stations to search. Hopefully. I mean, we'll see what they do. They might not even go west.
So I'm gonna prepare the message, tell him we just traveled a kilometer, and we'll see where we can go afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, cards are shuffled. I'm ready to start answering questions. I believe I just got a notification which will most likely be the end of that thermometer from before. Let's see. They did indeed go exactly where I thought they would. I don't think there's any doubt they have traveled away from me and are now colder. Now, for truthfully answering their thermometer question, I get to draw 2 cards and pick the one that I like the most. Let's have a look. The first one looks like this. A measly 2-minute time bonus. I mean, I'll keep it if the other one's a time bonus, but surely they're not 2 of the same kind, right? Curse of the Jammed Door. Now, this is something.
Curse of the Jammed Door. For the next half hour, whenever the Seekers want to pass through a doorway into a building, business, train, or other vehicle, they must first roll 2 dice. If they do not roll a 7 or higher, they cannot enter that space, including through any other doorways. Any given doorway can be reattempted after 5 minutes. Casting cost, discard 2 cards.
I have to discard cards in order to use this. 2 cards, in fact, which is a lot, but it could potentially be very powerful, even in the center of town where there are metros leaving every few minutes. I mean, 2 minutes is nothing. So I'd rather take my chances with this. Let's see what happens.
Good. And we just got an answer. We got colder. I would say that's expected, but that means we can rule out pretty much all of this. Right, so I guess it's a matter of how do you want to chop it next. Because you're right, something like this would be good, but it would also be really helpful to just cut out all of Amager, this area over here.
We could ask if we're on the same landmass as him, right?
Yes, perhaps. Yeah, because Amager is a whole lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question.
Then that could narrow it down to just here if he's on the same landmass.
Yeah, then we could pretty safely probably head up to main station again.
Yeah.
But let's start by the landmass question.
Sure.
Shout out to Søren Kierkegaard. They really did him dirty with this statue, though. All right, I just received word that the Seekers have asked another question. They're asking if I'm on the same landmass as them. The straightforward answer is yes, I am on the same landmass as them. So by now they will know I am in the city center, most likely. Yes, same landmass. That might have helped them a lot.
And we have an answer.
We have an answer. He says that he is on the same landmass as us.
Okay, it's what I would say we expected.
Yeah.
But it rules out all of Amager, which is gonna be time consuming.
Yes.
So that means all of this is gone now. Would it be worth doing like some sort of radar here then that could cut off?
Yes.
Maybe south of like main station, or maybe even including main station.
Yes, if we could get something around here.
What I'm worried about is if we do a radar and we include too much of this, we might get a hit.
Right.
And then we won't really know if he's all the way down here.
Right.
So maybe actually doing it a bit smaller would be good. My hunch would be that he's gone further than main station. But I wouldn't rule out he maybe just gone to Vesterport or these kind of stations here. So maybe doing the radar just to include main station but not anything else would be good. So that's City Hall. It's weird going back to City Hall to hide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is like this is where the Parliament and stuff is, so that would be a cool place to hide. There's a cool church here.
The main advantage of the center of town, though, is that it is jam-packed with stations. So even if they have a small area left to search, relatively, they still don't know where I am. And there are so many sprawling little streets here. I just need to find a nondescript little nook that I can hide in. Or perhaps that's what I want them to think, and maybe I'll hide in the middle of a street. I don't know, but I need to figure out soon.
I wonder who that will be, Jeff.
Oh, hi, Cookie! What in the world? Oh my goodness!
Are you doing it live?
I'm recording something right now. Brief interlude, I guess, to share some GeoGuessr people. Are you all right being on video?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good, because I probably should have asked you before I started recording you. Hello. We doing a vlog? This is so surreal. I'm playing the jet lag hide and seek game. So don't tell anyone you found me here. I'm hiding. Don't publish that just yet.
We're streaming. We're streaming. No, we're not. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Are you playing with other people from the community? Or?
I'm playing with Jaspinko
Yeah.
and a different non-GeoGuessr YouTuber, Simon Andersen. Go check out their channels. I don't know what to make of this. I can't follow you around because I really need to be looking for a hiding spot. If you promise not to tell anyone, I am right now just trying to find the most nondescript house to hide next to because
That's quite descriptive.
I need to get away from this, exactly. Wow, thank you so much for the hint, guys. Oh, well, this was weird. I don't even know what to say. Bye? Have a nice walking tour, Jeffs. Bye. Okay, that completely threw me for a loop. What was I doing?
That's so random.
Proceeds to say, I mean, I'm trying to get to the least descript building and then proceeds to be next to the most descript building of all time.
I guess you.
So we are discussing during a 3 kilometer radar from our station here. The issue is that this is 3.7 kilometers away. So we are gonna walk like 100 meters that way. And then we're gonna send him the location and also cut off that station. And then we know we can head straight to main station pretty much.
Yep.
Or if it's a hit, well, then we're really close.
Yes.
Right? Let's move.
Let's go.
No new questions. Okay, so they've slowed down. That gives me some much needed alone time to find a good spot to hide. Although I do get to draw a card. And you know what? Might as well draw it right now. It might be good to have on hand whenever they ask their next question. All right, the question they asked was a matching question, which means I get to draw the top 3 cards off of the deck. First card is this one.
Curse of the Gambler's Feet. For the next 20 minutes, seekers must roll a die before they take any steps in any direction. They may take that many steps before rolling again. Casting cost, roll a die. If it's an even number, this curse has no effect.
Curse of the Gambler's Feet. This is another one that might be very helpful in the end game, if it has an effect, that is. How about this card?
Curse of the Hidden Hangman. Before asking another question or boarding another form of transportation, seekers must beat the hider in a game of hangman. To play, the hider chooses a 5-letter word and the game ends after either a correct word guess or 7 wrong letter guesses. The hider must respond to all queries within 30 seconds. If they lose, the seekers must wait 10 more minutes and then the curse is cleared. Casting cost, discard 2 cards.
Curse of the Hidden Hangman. Curse of the Hidden Hangman is potentially very powerful. That one costs 2 cards though, but at least it's guaranteed to work. And the last one is a 2-minute time bonus. Well, I will most definitely be keeping one of the curses then. I don't like that the Curse of the Gambler's Feet has the possibility to not work at all because of the random die roll in order to cast it. So I will be keeping the Curse of the Hidden Hangman. I need to hang on to it for a little bit though, because right now I don't have the cards needed to play it.
So we're just checking now if we managed to get a Dybelsbro station within 3 kilometers. So
Yep.
in case he's there, it would be a hit.
Very exciting content.
Yes. I don't think he's gonna be there, but I would like to have it either excluded or included, basically. So there's basically only one real direction to head, but we don't really know how far. But I guess we could just kind of get on the train already.
Yeah.
And well, in case it's a hit, we just get off basically immediately.
Yes.
So let's head over to, we need the A&E line, which would be over here.
Okay, I've been asked yet another question. This time it's a 3-kilometer radius. That's not one of the standard ones. So this means they've spent their customizable radar. That's a win for me, a tiny one, but we'll take that. They're still at that same station. Sure, spend all the time you need down there.
2 minutes for the next one. Hopefully we get an answer before that, but if not, we'll see how quickly he gets back to us. I hope right now he's frankly screaming that he's cooked because we're so good at these questions.
Hamfrags, we're so cooked.
He's so cooked.
He's so cooked.
We are going, this is the train straight there, right? Why, we don't really have a photo question, which would have been useful to look out for a building or something, but I don't think there's a high chance he's here on this line.
I am well past 3 kilometers of them. Did they think I would just stay in that same area? Come on now, get real. I guess it was a real possibility. I might have been tricksy. Let's tell them that I'm indeed not within 3 kilometers of Copenhagen's southern station. That's a radar which allows me to draw 2 cards and keep 1. The first card will be a draw 1, expand 1. So this might have been useful in a game of medium or large size, but expanding your hand size by 1 doesn't seem to really be very valuable in a small game. Minor spoiler if you haven't watched the other couple rounds, we have not ended the game with 6 or more cards in hand. Not even close. So I'll probably be turning that down. Depends what this next one is. Duplicate another card. Now this has potential. This is potentially way better. I'm definitely keeping that. All right. Let's get another move on. Hey, fun fact, that yellow building behind there is the Design Museum. It used to be a hospital. It used to be the hospital where my great-great-great-great-grandpa died back in 1820, 40 something. He deserted his family to go to Copenhagen. It's a whole deal. I won't bore you with it. Let's go.
Yeah, so he responded.
Yeah, and he says that he is further than 3 kilometers from here.
Okay, I would say that's as expected. So we can go all the way to main station now, and then we can probably try and chop it in half again.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is a cool park, and it might have been a cool place to hide as well, had it not been for the fact that it's basically the only green area within my entire hiding zone. I don't think I can pull that maneuver in this hiding zone I've chosen, so I'm gonna have to think different. That over there is the old fort, by the way. I believe that dates back to like the, what, 1600s? But this is the best view you're getting because this is the edge of my hiding zone. We're not getting further than this. There is one other green space in this hiding zone I've chosen, but it's not very large. And surely if there are only 2 green spaces in this zone, then that is not the way to go. I gotta find something nondescript next to the most generic, bland looking building I can find on one of these little side streets. Okay, well it looks like if I want generic, this is not the neighborhood to be in. These are quite distinct. Not from each other, but from everything else around here.
We're passing where all the trains sleep. Right, you're at main station. I guess we should find out how we chop the map in half.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, we have like 2 main areas left that we suspect.
Yeah.
This is like the medieval city, so the buildings here are really, really old. They're very distinctive. Like their walls are generally more like using paint and stuff rather than bricks. Further up north here, we have like more traditional red blocks with bricks and stuff. And all the way out here, we have the new developments also. So a photo from the station might give us an idea of where he is.
I like that idea, yeah.
Yeah, we might not rule out that much area,
Right.
but we get a good vibe, and if we get the vibe right, we know pretty much immediately where to go. So
Yeah.
I say we try the photo first of a building visible from the train station, and maybe we already have a vibe, and if we don't, then, well, we ask a radar of sorts, I think.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's send it.
Okay, well this is interesting. I saw this coming, but they've asked me for a photo of any building visible from the station I got off at. It's right down here, and you know, I told you I had a building planned for if they ask that question, but at this point, I think they've got this whole area narrowed down so much. The somewhat modern looking building I had picked out might not be generic enough anymore. Like, if they look on satellite view, there's a good chance they'll be able to recognize it from the kind of flat roof modern look it has. They pretty much know I'm in the center of town. So I think it might make sense to just send a picture of the most generic looking city center building I can find, not the least city center looking building. Let's have a look. I need to send it soon. I think this building right in front of me will actually serve the purpose perfectly. You can't see what the roof looks like. You can only tell that there are chimneys and windows up there. But surely so many of the other buildings in central Copenhagen are going to look exactly like that. I think there's a good chance this is the most generic building here and not the modern looking one that I was planning on photographing. Let's immediately take this photo and send it. So here goes. Hopefully it's as generic as I think it is. The most important thing for me is that they don't somehow figure out the color of the roof. And even more importantly, I really hope that they can't make out that the building in the reflections of all the windows is the marble church. I hope they don't even think to look in the reflection of the windows in the first place.
So we just got the picture, and it definitely looks like the inner city. It's definitely not like Nordhavn, that's like all new developments basically.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like the area down by the Parliament building, that was the word for it, or by the Marble Church, and like that area. So that would indicate that it is basically here within like 2 kilometers.
Should we do a 1 kilometer radar?
We could either do that, or we could head on one transit line and ask if it's the same one. I
Yes.
would say that's basically what that picture tells us. It's either it's the stations like here, or the stations here. I mean, it could be that one. You've been there earlier today. I don't think it's really like that there.
Right, so do you think maybe this line
There's
would be
more
a good...
stations, so if we do the same transit line question, it would rule out all of them, and then we have like 3 stations left.
Yeah,
So I think we should get on the M4 and ask if it's on the same transit line as us.
let's do it.
So we're heading down to the metro now. We're gonna ask if it's on the same line, and if yes, it's cooked.
So cooked. You're so cooked, Hamfrags.
So cooked.
Oh, and I almost forgot, I got to draw a card. Just a single card though. 1 card, make it count. Discard 1, draw 2. That's nice to have. Maybe I'll use it right now. You know what? I'll consider that. There are so many metro trains that the jam door is probably the most worthless of these cards. Hidden Hangman could be very good because it could trap them at some transit station for potentially 20 minutes. That's 20 almost free minutes. That does sound nice. Let's use the discard 1, draw 2 card on the curse of the jam door. The jammed door gets discarded. This card is used, so it gets discarded. And I get to draw 2 more cards. How exciting. The Hamfrags channel does not endorse gambling. It's another discard 1, draw 2 card. Okay, I guess I shuffled these. That means I potentially get another re-roll of these 2 cards. The other card is this.
Curse of the Disillusioned Detective Assistant. The Olsen Gang is Denmark's favorite fictional criminal syndicate. Before they can ask another question, the seekers must track down the Olsen Gang. To do so, they must photograph a structure that appeared in any of the Olsen Gang movies and TV shows. Casting cost, the seeker's next question is free.
That's not a great card for me to pull this round though, because we are in the center of town. They are in the center of town. They know I'm in the center of town, so there's no reason to leave. And the center of town is jam-packed with Olsen-Banden movie locations. So I'm afraid this is bad. It is frankly crap. And I will probably be discarding it using my newly acquired discard 1, draw 2 card. I mean, it's worth nothing to me. That's what I'll do. How do we like this? A 2-minute time bonus. Honestly would have gotten more time from the curse. And this is the Curse of the Unguided Tourist.
Curse of the Unguided Tourist. Send the seekers an unzoomed Google Street View image from a street within 150 meters of where they are now. The shot has to be parallel with the horizon and include at least 1 human-built structure other than a road. Without using the internet for research, they must find what you sent them in real life before they can use transportation or ask another question. They must send a picture to the hider for verification. Casting cost, seekers must be outside.
This I can use, and I can use it anytime I want at practically no cost. Honestly, might duplicate the Curse of the Unguided Tourist. I could send them on a wild goose chase all the way down the pier. The 2-minute time bonus I have to keep, but hey, that's fodder for the Curse of the Hidden Hangman. I have to discard cards to play that. Hopefully I'll get to play all of these. Okay, plans are forming. I've only hid for like an hour and a half though. So there's a long ways to go before this win is secured.
So I say once we ask the question, if we doesn't get an answer in time, that he's either on or off the line, we get off at Kongens Nytorv, because then we can switch over to Nørreport in case we have the other line he could be on. So I think that's the game plan for now.
All right.
We just sent him the question if he's on the same transit line, and I think next stop is we'll have 2 stops. Hope to get the answer before. We were both thinking, you've just been,
Just yesterday.
seem to recognize the building, kind of similar out there. So if he confirms he's on this line, I think we should go to Mountain. Just purely based on the lights, basically.
I agree. Let's go.
What's this? Man, I'm glad they asked for the photo of a building after they'd already finished narrowing down my location to an area where that building would be considered generic. That's the exact same mistake me and Jasper did last round. I'll gladly have history repeat itself if it's to the benefit of me staying incognito. They've asked another question. Great. I've barely moved since I pulled my cards for the last question. What is this wonky building? Where have I ended up? All right, these nerds keep asking questions. Now they're asking whether I'm on the M3 line. That scares me because I am on the M3 line. Are they coming for me? I can't see their location right now because they're underground. Oh no. Did they figure out where I am? I mean, obviously not if they're asking if I'm on the M3 line. When they figure out I'm on the M3 line, they could start systematically searching every single one of the stops. And it won't take long for them to find that building I just photographed. I'm in such trouble. I really need a nice long end game, and I'm not gonna get that by staying here. They asked the question at 15:04. That gives me until 15:09 to answer it. That's 2 minutes that I can use to run as far away from this station as I can. Hopefully, once those 2 minutes have run out, they're not standing outside my station.
Well, it shouldn't take him that long to figure out. Or perhaps he's just waiting because he saw we got on and just wants us to overshoot. Should we get off here in case we need to pivot from this line, or are we feeling we can go to the Marble Church?
Let's go all the way to the Marble Church.
I think there's a good shot at it, and it wouldn't be like a fatal mistake, basically.
No.
Oh, one screen. Well, I guess I have to keep an eye out on the map now. Any moment, they could show up right outside my door, figuratively.
What does it take to say yes or no?
Well, he's doing it on purpose now for sure.
Yeah.
Well, he's desperately trying to get away with casting a curse or something.
Okay, it's 15:09. I have to stop and answer. So let's do that. Yeah, I'm on the M3. I'll run into the densest corner of my hiding zone. The one with the most streets, the one with the most generic looking buildings. I don't see them here yet. In fact, I don't see them at all.
Yes, I am. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I like this decision then.
Let's pop out here.
Yeah, so even if it's not here, we can just map the stations we have left, basically.
Yeah. All right, no further questions.
Not for now.
Yeah.
Well, we could be entering the Thunderdome now for good old Asger. So I guess we'll pop up, check the exits, and see if there's something that looks like that building he sent us. And for all the transit geeks, we need to go this way. This is the only station that's stacked. So there's a platform below us, and then there's a platform here instead of being like an island platform or whatever. It's the only one on the entire metro.
I was here just last night, and I haven't seen that many stations, so I didn't know this was the only
one.
stacked one.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, this station only has 2 exits, which are basically right here. So if it's the right one, and it's looking very white up there, then we'll be able to spot the building basically right immediately when we come up now.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I was fiddling with I was looking at the tracker. They must have been underground for a while. Boy, they've just showed up at my station. I guess I'm stopping here. Look, I just noticed, so I'll be stationing myself in the middle of the road, right here, in the crosswalk that I happened to notice that they were right here. Oh, this is such a bad spot. They went straight here. How did they know? Did they check all the stops? I don't understand. Well, it's time to hunker down.
I mean, it's looking pretty similar. I'll have to double check. I mean, he could have taken a picture of the marble church, but I guess he didn't.
This transformer box isn't even tall enough to hide the top of my head. I'm so exposed. They're gonna think I'm an idiot when they find me. It would seem like they're still at my station, so it wasn't a fluke. I think they've really stopped.
So we just cross-referenced the photos and they look very much alike.
Yeah, that's an exact match.
Asger, we're coming for you.
You are so cooked right now.
You are so cooked. We're gonna stop to our run. Yes. Yes.
This is not shaping up to be a 4-hour run, I'll tell you that. I'll need some good luck if I am to achieve that. Well, first I should start by cursing them.
Well, we have found the station and it's this one. The marble church. Everything else is out of question. The bigger question is now, how do we find him in here? There might be lots of museums or something here we could use, maybe something.
Oh, maybe.
Because we're like right in the center with landmarks like the marble church.
Right,
so
yeah.
Maybe actually, is there a church question?
We should check.
Because there's like 5 churches around here, so...
I think there might be a church question.
Yes.
So what I'll do is I'll duplicate the curse of the unguided tourist, or as we like to call it in the geoguesser community, the curse of the geoguesser. So I'll just quickly find a location within 150 meters of where they are. I can't believe they haven't asked a question yet.
What's absolutely shocking to me is that he still hasn't pulled a single curse on us. He has so many cards at this point.
We've asked like 5 questions. He's had like 10 pulls basically. We could pick like 4 or 5. So.
Yeah. What is he hiding?
Well, he could have big time bonuses, but then we gotta find him quick.
Yeah.
Which we're doing. So we're thinking of asking...
we were thinking of asking for him to send a picture of the tallest structure from where he's currently standing. The reason we're asking that is because there are a lot of very distinctive buildings around this area.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's by the palace over there.
Yeah, the Queen's Palace right around the corner.
Yeah, and so if the Queen's Palace is the tallest thing he can see, we'll immediately recognize that.
And even then, it will be helpful because every building here is at least sort of different and has like things to it that makes it different from the others. So I think it will be useful in regardless. So I think we sent that.
Okay, this little nook has street view. I will send this immediately. They were just about to text me something. It was seconds apart. I don't know what they were about to text me, but they can't now. Before they can ask another question, they need to find my building.
Alright, we just got our first curse from Hamfrags. It is the curse of the unguided tourist.
Ah, so you're being sent on a little detour.
We are being sent on a little detour, but for a geoguesser such as myself, this one shouldn't be too difficult.
Where are we going?
We are going to a place with circular windows.
Cool. So, it doesn't look to be like on a main street. There's no bike lanes or anything. It looks to be like in a bit of a yard.
Yeah.
It's within 150 meters, so I guess we just walk on the main street and look down through the yards, and walk 100 meters, turn
Yeah.
around and check out. So let's go searching.
All right.
I look so stupid. This is such a stupid situation. If I win this game, that's on them. There's a real chance that they go straight here while looking for my location I just sent them. If they do, they need to pass me by without seeing me. If they do that, that would be legendary. If they find me while trying to solve my curse, let's just say that would be legendary in a less cool way. Just in case this tracker is delayed or something, I should maybe just stop talking and cover myself with my jacket.
Yeah, so it could be like some. I don't think it's down there. That's too breaky down there. The buildings down there are very white, which is what we are looking for. Yeah. Over there they're very colorful. So I say we go to the next one and probably make a right if we don't see anything. Yeah, because this feels like we've walked 150 meters now, so.
Yeah.
But that's basically a famous building. It's not going to be that way. Yeah. So we need to make 2 rights, I think.
So, this is not where I saw myself hiding when I chose this hiding zone. But we'll write it out. Maybe put this here. I'll try my best to just look like a piece of trash, be as still as I can, and hopefully nobody's coming to find me.
I have a feeling it might be in there. Behind it there's some balconies that look a bit like it. It might also be too far still, but
Would it be worth going one more block that way?
I think we're too far from the station now.
Okay.
But again, I have a feeling it's most likely going to be something like this, because there's clearly car access where a Google car could drive in, but
For some reason, they've wandered to the very edge of my hiding zone. I don't know if they realize that is way further than 150 meters. Not the direction I hid, luckily. Not the direction of the street view image either. And by the way, don't be too hard on them for not knowing how far they've strayed. The curse says they're not allowed to use the internet at all, which I assume also means they can't use the internet, like Google Maps, to measure out a 150 meter radius. Right now it seems like they're somewhere between the park and the Design Museum, where my great-great-great-great-grandpa died.
So what I note from the picture is there's a stripe, like a road marking that's white. Mm-hmm. There doesn't seem to be a curb, which there is here, and there's like a plant out of it on it.
Looking at this, something you'll use in GeoGuessr is the sun direction, right?
Yeah.
So we can reasonably assume this was taken in the afternoon rather than the morning, and that just makes more sense. So the sun direction is going to be somewhere this way. And being this far north, you would generally think the sun will be in the southern half of the sky. So I'm thinking this will be southwest.
So the face, it will be like on a street like this, basically.
Right.
In one of the courtyards.
Right.
Well, I guess we can keep alternating.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it. This just dead ends. Yep.
They're just on the other side of this block. I don't know if they have a strategy or...
No, it's not. No round windows. And he's just watching the tracker now, being like, yeah, like keep going the wrong way.
Okay, I'm standing up for just a little bit because I couldn't lie down like that for 2 hours, which is the amount of time that I was hoping to stay here. All I can do, I'm a sitting duck out here. All I can do is hope they don't come this way. If they find my street view location before they find me, I've got another one ready to go. Oh, but they just turned the corner and they're coming towards me. If they turned the other way, they would have found my street view alley. I made it too hard to find, evidently. Please don't come for me. guess I gotta hide again. And I gotta do it quickly.
It's almost at 2 hours.
Well, I guess it won't be sub 2 hours then, but we should find him within your hiding time, hopefully. But I mean, so far this is not going great. The metro station is like behind that.
So it could be one of those white buildings there.
Perhaps, because we can check it.
Right.
But it couldn't be, it definitely couldn't be much, much further.
I don't know if this is a good angle, I don't care. I literally don't have time. I just gotta embody trash. They'll look at this, think that's a trash bag, and keep going. I think there's a good chance they'll just stumble upon me in the middle of the street. Please don't embarrass me like that. Please let me have a good run. Please at least clear my one curse I sent you.
I guess we spend a good half an hour searching for this place now.
Yeah, we've probably been looking for at least a half hour to find Hamfrags' street view location. No luck so far. No round windows in sight. So we're going to head near the palace, and in fact maybe beyond the palace, where there's a promenade and a garden.
And we think Hamfrags might even hide there, but...
Yeah, we might find him without finding the street view.
I feel like if they're trying to be methodical about this, then my location might be the next place they'll go. Yep, they're coming back up here. Time to become trash, embody the trash.
We have green left to wait for.
They're on my street.
They still have the green lights, so...
I think they're coming up this way. I think they're walking up the street as we speak.
Okay, we can go.
Okay, life update. It seems like they turned around and went back. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. They went up here just to look at whatever this is, I guess. But now they're going back. They're going back. Hopefully, I almost hope at this point that they'll just find my decoy location here and not get this over with. Boy, set the next step of my plan in motion. It's so nerve-wracking having them be this close while I'm like this. I look like a maniac and I should be looking like trash.
Hi. It would just be weird for Google car to go in when they're that small.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh.
It has to be this, right?
It has to be here.
It has to be. Man, this is it. AF.
Of course, you can see the dome of the church from right here.
Yeah.
All right, this is it.
We found it. We just got the 5K.
Let's quickly ask him about the taller structure in his sideline in case he has another curse or something.
Yes, be quick.
Yes.
They found the location. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's the first step of my plan. Setting it into motion now. Location sent.
No, he's duplicating something.
Oh no.
He's just duplicated something. If he has another one, oh my god. No,
No, he wants us to do it again.
That bought him like half an hour.
He had so much time to find a harder location.
They're probably gonna find this location quicker than they found the other one. They'll be further away from me at that point. Of course, they might suspect that I sent them on a wild goose chase away from where I was sitting, but it's something. When they do ask me another question eventually, I mean, it will happen, I can use the card that I get as a reward for answering it to play the Curse of the Hidden Hangman, which could buy me another 20 minutes, if they decide to play along. Of course, they're probably gonna ask for a photo of my tallest nearby building, and they could potentially use that to just straight up find me.
Okay, so he just duplicated the street view challenge again and just sent us another image. We've had a first look at it, and there are a couple of details we want to point out. One, the sidewalk is pretty wide.
It's definitely like a street like this, and we can match the pattern of the sidewalk. So this one roughly matches, so it could be a street like this.
And then another detail I noticed is in the reflection of the windows, the building across the street has like a gray stone base with multiple arches in it. So that's another feature we could look for. He had to pick a location within 150 meters of where we are right now. Do we think that maybe he's trying to lead us further and further away from where he actually is by picking locations further away? Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit south, I think.
All right.
Yeah, they're headed straight for that second location. Well, gotta get ready for phase 3 of my plan. Right now though, I can quit hiding for a moment because I know where they are.
Any part of the King's Garden that he could be hiding into?
I think so. It is quite close.
So he's leading us further away from the King's Garden.
Yeah, because that will be up here to the left.
Okay, status update. I sent them the other street view location. They went straight there, at least from the looks of it, but now they've moved past it? Like they maybe didn't see it? I don't know. I feel like the building that I sent them a photo of was plenty recognizable. My time bonuses so far are a single card of 2 minutes, which is not great. So I kind of need a miracle, but I would be remiss not to let this game play out.
Unguided tourist is broken. Don't like this meta. Nerf it now. That could.
Wait, it totally is just the...
Yeah.
We were right there.
Oh
we were right... When we started recording this round, we were standing...
Yeah, we came right out by the Goiden building.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Right, here we have it.
That's got to be it.
Okay, I'm sending him a picture and...
All right, send that picture quickly and then follow it up with the question of what the tallest building in the sightline is. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
We had to be quick in case
Yeah.
in case he had something else. He's really trying to beat you. I guess they're coming up on. Maybe we have 10 minutes left to find in case.
Maybe we have to hurry.
Yeah, really hurry in case otherwise second place goes to Hamfrags.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Okay. They found the second spot. They asked for a photo. I sent the photo. That means I get to pick the top card from the deck. Let's see what it is. It's the Curse of the Mediocre Travel Agent.
Curse of the Mediocre Travel Agent. Choose any publicly accessible place within 500 meters of the seeker's current location. They cannot currently be on transit. They must go there and spend at least 5 minutes there before asking another question. They must send you at least 3 photos of them enjoying their vacation and procure an object to bring you as a souvenir. If this souvenir is lost before they can give it to you, you're awarded an extra 30 minutes. Casting cost: their vacation destination must be further from you than their current location.
The truth is, I think they can find this building without asking any more questions.
We suspect, even though he hasn't sent a picture yet, that he will be near the palace.
Or by the garden or by the water. So let's just walk in that general direction.
Mm-hmm.
And well, let's hope our little gamble pays off.
Hopefully. Oh, okay. All right, he finally... He sent us the picture.
And I have a rough idea. It's not going to be down here because there's no apartment blocks like that. It'll be definitely one of the streets over there then. And they have tree greenery along it also.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we need to head over there.
And we gotta be fast.
Yes, we gotta be really fast.
I need to somehow get an hour 20 minutes. Have I only been out here for 2 hours 30 something minutes? Feels like so much more. If they have to ask more questions, I guess I might as well use the Curse of the Mediocre Travel Agent, to be honest. Yeah, gonna do that. This might be our final goodbye.
So he just sent us the mediocre travel agent curse, which means we would have to go to the beach basically all the way over there. But it's only if you want to ask another question. And
We don't need to.
we think that building is pretty identifiable. So we're going to check out this area where the buildings look a bit similar.
Yeah.
So, there's a world where they just walk straight past me. Oh, how I wish I live in that world.
This building does look pretty dang similar, don't you agree? And what is that piece of trash across the street? What is that thing right there?
What is that? Is it disguised? What?
Whoa, that piece of trash is filming us.
It has a camera.
Whoa.
Well, hello there. You brought a disguise. Wait, it's a Hamfrags.
Wait, it's Hamfrags? I thought it was just a talking bag of trash.
Do you talk to trash normally?
Yeah?
Weirdos?
When it's second place, third place trash?
You got me. What is that what you want to hear?
Yes.
Wow. What a day. We walked over 10 miles today.
I hate to admit it, but it would seem I've met my match. Simon, you truly are the jet laggiest jet lagger of the capital city of Denmark. And it's fitting that we're here at the Royal Palace.
What a beautiful end location.
Because you will now, wait, where in the world? Be crowned the king? What in the world?
Lost the royal jewels.
Oh no.
No. It's
Here it is.
terribly wrong.
Here it is. You won't see anything like this on jet lag, let me tell you that.
No, we don't
A
do
real
trophy.
physical trophy?
The Royal King of Jet Lag is Denmark.
That's what it means, yes.
Yes.
I bow. How do you feel?
You've been up since 3:30 today. Surely you must
I'm
be
feeling a bit
something.
tired. I think I'm feeling a bit jet lagged.
Jet lag! Jet lag! This is my favorite show! Big congratulations to Simon for winning our game of hide and seek across Copenhagen. I hope you enjoyed watching. And remember, if you watched this video first, there are 2 more rounds you could watch right now on Simon and Jasper's channels respectively. I have to give a special shout out to Jasper, who really has put everything he's got into his video. His animations and production quality overall is honestly like watching Jet Lag, the show itself. So go watch it, he deserves it, and he's trying to get monetized on YouTube right now, and I really think this video might have a chance of getting him there. And of course, you should also go watch the winning run in Simon's video, even though I'm really not proud of my performance in that one. Now, if you'll excuse me, Jet Lag the Game published a trailer for their season 17 in Taiwan literally yesterday as I'm recording this, so of course I gotta go join the people analyzing that. If you want to watch that project as soon as it's done, you could consider becoming a super supporter member of my channel. Memberships are your way of supporting what I do here on the channel, and in return you can get access to a handful of perks. If you're at all interested in that, you can press the join button below this video to see a video I made explaining everything in more detail. Now, thank you for watching this particular video, thank you to Jet Lag the Game for the game design, and congratulations on finally getting to 1 million subscribers. If you enjoyed this video, that is great. Have a nice day, and bye bye.
Dine øjne lyser mig